My name is Julia Koricheva. I'm Professor of Ecology at Royal Holloway University of London in UK. And within the FunDivEUROPE project, my team is investigating the effects of forest diversity on mammalian herbivores.
My name is Harriet Milligan. I am a PhD student at the Royal Holloway University in the UK. And working with Julia Koricheva, my research focuses on mammalian herbivores, namely deer species, in European forests, and how forest diversity might influence their browsing.
Selective browsing by mammals such as deer and moose can severely affect survival of tree seedlings and saplings and affect species composition of the resulting forest stands. On the other hand, in many European countries, game production potential of mammalian herbivores is very important. There is a lot of hunting going on, so it's very important to strike the right balance and maintain high enough densities of mammalian herbivores so that game production potential is realized, but at the same time prevent very high density of these browsers to avoid excessive damage to the stands. And the interesting question is how species composition and diversity of the overstory of the forest affects the browsing on the understory. Pest regulation is an important function of forest diversity, and it's usually believed that mixed forest stands are more resistant to pest attacks. But mammalian browsers are usually generalist herbivores, so they can feed on many different tree species, and it's possible, therefore, that in mixed stands they might actually cause more damage to the seedlings and saplings.
Our initial results suggest that plant species composition, so which plant species you find in the understory, is much more important in determining the browsing pressure by mammalian herbivores than plant species richness, for example. What is also interesting is the link that there is between the overstory tree species and the understory shrub layer. We see in plots with a dominance of evergreen tree species, so for example holm oak in Mediterranean systems or spruce in other systems, there is a lower availability of preferred browse, and therefore you get a reduction in browsing pressure. Additionally, I recorded browsing pressure seen on tree saplings that were planted along the edge of each of the FunDiv exploratory plots. With these results, we see that there is a reduction in browsing pressure on these tree saplings in plots where there is a greater understory richness. We see that in more species-rich understory, or where there's a more availability of preferred browse species, a particular focal tree sapling may be less vulnerable to browsing by deer species, and therefore regeneration of the forest may be more successful.